This is Dylan from Alpine CrossFit again. We are here to talk about online turkey challenge workout number 2. So what event 2 is 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 toes to bar, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 ring muscle ups. Scale version is 20, 16, 12, 8, 4 pull-ups instead of muscle ups. So you alternate between those movements, 25 and 5, 20 and 4, etc., down to 5 and 1, with a 14-minute time cap. So this is a very gymnastics heavy, exclusively gymnastics workout. It comes with a lot of interference. These movements are relatively similar in terms of grip fatigue, in terms of midline fatigue. So a lot of interference here. If you haven't done a workout, or if you have done a workout before that pairs GHDs or toes to bar with ring muscle ups, you know how much that taxes the midline during the turnover portion of the ring muscle up. So that's kind of the goal of this workout. Obviously there's a lot of grip endurance that's challenged with this workout as well. The thing with this workout is it depends a lot on your ring muscle up capacity. So if you're somebody who has 10 plus unbroken ring muscle ups, then this workout really comes down to how you break up your toes to bar and how much you're resting. If you're somebody who's a little bit less proficient at ring muscle ups, if your best unbroken set is somewhere in the 4 to 6 or 7 range, then you have to start making decisions on the whole workout based on how you're going to break up the ring muscle ups, how you're going to break up the toes to bar, kind of as a holistic piece. But the thing you need to understand, if your ring muscle ups aren't great, if you're not sure how well they're going to pair between the toes to bar and the ring muscle ups, then don't try and make up ground on the toes to bar in order to save time for the muscle ups. Because really what that's going to do is actually work against you. Because since these movements are so similar, if you hang on for a huge set of toes to bar and you're like, I'm gonna make up a lot of ground here on the toes to bar because my ring muscle ups are going to get slower, so I'll do a big set. All you're doing is really fatiguing out your midline, fatiguing out your grip. You're going to make the ring muscle ups that much harder. So it pays to be a little bit conservative on the movement that you might be a little bit less confident or comfortable with, and then also with the movement that you're actually more confident in, because you don't want that interference between the two movements. So along with that, kind of a related key here, there's no such thing as overpacing, just over-resting. So I can't coin that term, but it is true in this sense. It doesn't necessarily matter how big your sets are on either of these movements. It really just matters how much you rest between your sets. So theoretically, you could probably do all 5s on the toes to bar and actually end up with a pretty solid score as long as the rest between those 5s is 3 to 5 seconds every time. Whereas if you come out really hot, you do a set of 25 and 5, and then even 10 and 10 on the toes to bar. If you do 10, rest 30 seconds and then do 10, you haven't really made up that much time. So the size of your set is not necessarily as important as how much you rest between your sets. That's especially true on the toes to bar. With the ring muscle ups, they're one of those things where once they're gone, they're gone. So you need to rest as appropriate on the ring muscle ups, but 15 total in a workout with a descending rep scheme shouldn't be the end of the world in terms of your pulling capacity, so long as you don't burn yourself out on the other movements or too early in the workout. So other than that, the logistical considerations on this workout, if you can, try and find a low pull-up bar to do your toes to bar on. It's not a huge consideration, but if you can take out one jump and just kind of grab the pull-up bar to do your toes to bar when you break it up, that'll decrease your transition time, decrease your rest time a little bit, and kind of take out a jump, so it'll save a little bit of energy. Not the biggest deal in the world. If you have to jump a little bit, it is what it is. The bigger issue here is close rings and pull-up bar. So you would like it, ideally, if your rings and your pull-up bar are very close together. Obviously, if you're doing the scale version where it's toes to bar and pull-ups, you're doing it at the same place, so this doesn't really matter. But if you're doing toes to bar and ring muscle ups, you don't want to have a lot of transition time between the two that you have to factor into your workout planning. If you're going to rest a lot anyways, maybe it's not the biggest deal, but the other thing is if you're doing the video submission for this, it can be difficult to get a good angle of both if rings are on one side of the gym and your pull-up bar is on the other. So do the best you can. Obviously you can't set up your gym exactly the way you like it sometimes, but try and use close rings and close pull-up bar on this workout. So This should be a fun one. Obviously, if you're a gymnastically inclined person, this is the best thing that you could hope for. But good luck on event 2.